What's up, guys? Finally dropping a video where I'm gonna be talking to you guys, touching base with y'all, just letting you know who I am, letting you in my world as well. Yeah, I hope you guys gonna love this. Before I get started, I'm just gonna introduce myself. Wait, before I introduce myself, just need to let you guys know why I did what I just did. First was just to center myself, to ground myself, and to always remind myself to always be aware, you know? The awareness of the trees, the stones, the air, your fingers, hands, everything. Just to be aware of everything, because we are everything. We are part of everything. So before I get into something, whether it's at the gym, whether it's at the studio, whether it's about to take content, I always make sure that I ground myself and make sure that my awareness, I'm aware of my surroundings, I'm aware of everything around me, and I appreciate it. Not just aware of it, but in awareness of appreciation. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, that that's something, that's a practice that you can also use for yourself. You know, if you're going into an exam room, you're going into a business meeting, whatever it is that you're about to do, you're about to call your crush for the first time or something, whatever it is, just ground yourself. Let your awareness be there, you know? Be aware of your awareness, of your surroundings as well. It's gonna help you a lot. It helps you a lot, helps you also improve, helps you know yourself, helps you know who you are, helps you see yourself from another point of view, you know? So that's just a practice that I always do to ground myself before I get started with anything. You know, I don't do it in the videos, but today I chose to actually do it there. And as you can see, I'm outside where the trees are, with this nature. Reason being, this is where I feel at most peace. I feel like I'm by myself, but not just by myself, but in a surroundings where I'm not being judged. I can be free to be who I am and say what I want to say, speak to myself. This is the place where I feel like I can do all that, you know? So I wanted to be in this space with y'all guys, as I'm gonna go into a very touchy conversation that we're gonna talk about today. I hope it's gonna help y'all as well. So without wasting no time, guys, let's jump right into it. But before we get started, I just like to introduce myself so you guys know who I am. All right, I go by the name of Isaac Jr. Matobele, all the way from Johannesburg in South Africa. What I do, I'm a personal trainer, I'm an artist, and I'm an actor. People would say influencer. I don't like to go by that term, but yeah, you could say. And I go by the name of Jay the Limitless. I use that name because I choose to believe that I am limitless. So you can do anything that you want to do. You're not limited to anything. No one can tell you that you just have to stay here, you have to do this, you have to have one career. No, you can do as much as you want. And trust me, you'll be more fulfilled, you'll be more happy, and that's gonna leave you more healthier. Yeah. But anyways, let's jump into our topic for today. Okay, so today we're gonna be talking about failing forward, right? So first thing, before we continue our conversation, I want us to move away from this word failing, and we shift it, we move it into learning, right? Because you don't really fail. You don't really fail. The only thing you do is learn, right? When you take an L, you learn from it. So, you know that saying that they say, you go, I lost 9 times, but I made it once, I won once. Well, that's how winning is done. But I want us to talk about these 9 times you're losing, that you feel like, okay, I'm losing, I'm failing, I can't make it. There's something in that, there's strength and there's power in that. So, first things first, there's a lot you can learn from your L's, right? That's only if you know that you're failing forward, if you're losing forward. Okay, let's not say losing, if you're learning forward, okay? So if there's something that you're trying to get done and you see that, okay, it's not working for you, you try it again. You see that, okay, fine. This is how I can do it better the next time, all right? So I'm just gonna use a quick example as for gents. A young man, early 16s, 18, you know, getting to date, probably going, asking girls out and stuff. And you know, when you start off here, you're not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna be perfect. You can go, my brother. You can go.
Okay.
You can go.
Sure.
How's it going?
Sure, it's fine.
Fantastic. Yeah. So when you start off there, you're not gonna be perfect, but as you go, you start developing some skills that make you a better man. So let's say, for example, you see a girl that you like and you're crushing on her, and maybe she's crushing on you too, or maybe she's not. All right. You try your moves and they're kind of sloppy, and she's just like, oh, okay, yeah. But there's other better alphas that are there that want the same girl that you want. All right, and maybe she likes you still, and now all of a sudden, this masculine guy who's got the right car, has got a Beamer, has got this, has got that, rocks up to her and scoops her up like that, and you left there as a loser, you know? Yeah, L again. And you left there and you're like, damn, I took the L. Jeez. But then it motivates you and you're like, nah, I can do better than that. And next time she sees me, she'll see me on game. Listen, even if it's not about her, but that's motivation for you to start working on yourself. So you get how it starts working on you, the L, right? Now you can work on yourself. Why? Mr. Fancy Pants is out there finishing the girls. He's got all of them, right? You're working on yourself. Guess who is in a better position? Is it Mr. Fancy Pants, or is it you that just took the L? And now that you can be in your zone to work on yourself and there's no disturbance because you are the underdog. I'm not saying you want to stay the underdog, but there's power in where people are not actually looking at you and seeing that, oh, he's doing this, she's doing that, oh. They're not up in your business. So you can work on yourself the way you want to work on yourself. Then Mr. Fancy Pants that got all the spotlight, all the girls looking at him and everything that he wants, oh, he's doing it. There's a lot of destruction in this place. All right, we're going to talk about getting him. We're gonna talk about getting here, but I want us to focus here. I want to focus on the L right now, okay? Mr. Fancy Pants can lose it all at any time if he doesn't get this. If he's not smart and he doesn't have his awareness, he's not aware of his surroundings. If he's not aware of his surroundings and he's not aware of his environment, he can lose it all. Remember the awareness. Ground yourself. Be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of who you are. Step out your body and watch yourself from outside of yourself. See your movements, your daily movements, because your habits end up working themselves without you noticing. It becomes a habit. If you start smoking, you start wanting more smoke and more smoke and more smoke. You told yourself that, oh, I was just gonna take probably 1 cigarette a day. It goes from 2 wouldn't kill, 3 a day now. Morning, afternoon, evening. Before you know it, you want it the rest of the day. You're having 6 a day. So this is just about habits. It's about building habits. So from moving away from that, quickly, let me just let this move. All right. So moving away from that and coming back to the L, right? Person who's in the L. You working on yourself and there's no disruption for you. There's no distraction. You could be around the trees. You could be around nature. You could be around nature, trust me. As much as you think maybe it's just trees, they are there to support you. They're helping you breathe. If you sit out in a place like this and you breathe in and you breathe out, it's way much more better than breathing in and out from your own home. You will feel so much energized doing it here. You're not alone. You're not alone. As we said, everything is one. And one is everything. We one with everything. We are one with everything. So you get to now work on yourself by yourself because you took this L, right? Tomorrow you become a better man, whether you went to the gym, probably even you start going to the gym, you start looking more jacked, you start saying, oh, little Mr. L is looking kind of pretty. He's standing nice. He's got a nice, decent walk. What's going on with him? But anyways, All right, she's focused on this one because he's the winner. Everybody focused on him, right? You're working on yourself. You're getting better. Before you know it, you're even working on yourself because of yourself, not because of her. Because now you're going to the gym and you see yourself looking best. You see the best body of yourself. You know, you see the best version of yourself. And seeing the best version of yourself makes you actually see that now this is what I want to focus more on, right? Don't get me wrong, guys. I'm still making an example, right? This is not something that you should do and stuff. It's just an example. If you choose to do it, trust me, it's gonna work good for you. But it's an example. All right? You start going to the gym, you start working on your books, you start working on your business, whatever it is, your career path, and you start seeing that the more you put self-love into yourself, those things that you lost end up coming back to you. But guess what? It comes back to you in a way that you're no longer attached to it. So Mrs. that left you alone, and she's now coming back because you now got your shit straight. You now got the beamer. You now got this and that. But your head is in the right place. Your head isn't. It's important. It's very important for your head to be in the right place because, guys, the materialistic things don't matter. The materialistic things don't matter. This does. This gets everything. This gets everything. All of it. All the materialistic things that you want, it gets it. But listen, don't be attached to it. That's the most important part. Do not be attached to it. All right? Don't be attached to the results. Just fall in love with the journey. All right? So, you're a man that's got his head straight and you're working on yourself, right? And now she sees that, man, he's out of the box. He's very different. Okay, yeah, maybe she might be attracted to you by the materialistic things and all that. Now it's a choice from you to say that, do I want to go back to this person or do I want to move on? Which most likely you will move on, right? You'll find someone better that's going to appreciate you for you, whether you're up or down. Because why? You've worked on yourself to a point that you attract who you are. We're all one, remember? But you're going to always attract who you are. We all mirror ourselves. Everything. It's just a mirror. The person that you meet that pisses you off, that makes you mad at the mall, it's just a reflection of who you are. Someone who's bothering you, who's talking that side, and you bothered by it, but you're not even a part of the conversation, but you're bothered by the conversation that you even put yourself in it. It's just a reflection of who you are. So when you are aware of your surroundings, you can be able to deal with it. You can be able to say that, all right, why am I bothered by 1, 2, 3? Why am I bothered by him, her, and her? Why am I bothered by these things? And you can get to work on yourself because it all does come back to yourself before you start pointing fingers. Matter of fact, you shouldn't be pointing fingers if it's my analogy, just to say my advice, you shouldn't be pointing fingers. It's best you always look at yourself, before you look at others. But when you can see that, okay, this is a situation where someone's stepping on your foot and stuff, remove yourself from that equation. Remove yourself from that equation because you know that you don't vibrate on that frequency. Remove yourself from that equation. Get yourself in nature. If there's no people around you that is positive, get yourself around nature. Nature's there for you. All right, back to this point. So the person that was working on themselves, that took the L, now gets to see life in a different perspective and gets to actually win again. That's because they took the L. And the person who's always winning here, if they're not self-aware, they can lose it all. They can lose it all. Now, I just want to make a story with myself, okay? Before we go too far, I just want to make a story by myself. So, a story that happened to me, so you guys can understand where I'm coming from with this. Lockdown. Before your lockdown happened and everything, before that happened, I was working a pretty decent job. Not what I would really, not where I really want to be, but I was happy. You know what I mean? I was happy. I was enjoying myself, working at the club, changing girls, this and that. It was nice. I was the flashy guy. Not state like flashy, like I got all the cars and all that, but I could get the girls. I could do pretty much what I want, right? And I had someone proper at the time. I had someone so amazing by my side. But because I was focused on the wrong things, I was looking at, this is like the music videos. I was living life according to the way people say it should be. As a man, you should, get all the girls and stuff like that. That's how we peer pressure ourselves around men. You know what I mean? Which is wrong. Very wrong. So I was getting peer pressured by that, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not pointing it at other people, I'm pointing it at myself. I was all over the place. I had this proper person right by me, okay? And guess what? Instead of me focusing on the person that I had with me and focusing on my business and growing myself as well, someone that was so supportive with me on my side, I could have kept that person and focused on my business and we could have grown together. What did I choose to do? To leave the person I was with so that I can go out there and fail, all right? And get all the ladies out there and stuff. And yeah, that is just, trust me, that is seconds of pleasure, which is, it's not even, it doesn't last long. It doesn't last long. It doesn't leave you feeling good about yourself. It's not good for your spirit even, bouncing bodies to bodies from different bodies. You won't be able to even ground yourself, find yourself, be aware of a lot of things, because now you're letting different energies around you. Sex is very spiritual. It's very, very spiritual. Whether you're using a condom, it's still very spiritual. So this was something that I let myself in by the surroundings the people I kept around me. I let my environment get the best out of me. I let my environment get the best out of me. One thing I can say, I'm really grateful that lockdown happened. So when lockdown happened, this was a change for me, not just myself, but I also think for a lot of other people as well. So when lockdown happened, I was in a space where it was me and me. Me and me. And that's why I did that practice when I started off the video, where I sat down here and I just grounded myself and I appreciated. And I was just aware, I was just living in the moment. I was not focused on the future, not the past, but the present moment. That's where everything is beautiful. That's where bliss is. That's where heaven is. So I was forced into this space. I think we all were when lockdown happened, And I was in a space where it's just me and me. Yes, I was with the family and stuff, but most of the times I was alone. Did a lot of workouts. I did work out by myself and stuff, Started to, had some friend come over, just one friend, now and then, but most of the times I was by myself, and a lot started to change. A lot started to change. Like, a lot changed. A lot changed very, very fast, but slow, but fast. I could say slow because I was not aware of the changes, but I was aware of the changes after they happened. So lockdown now finished. Fast forward, the person I was with, that I broke up with, I tried to get back with them after a year, and that didn't work out well for me. Too bad, and till this day I could say, yes, I'd forgiven myself, but that's one thing that I would always look back and say that was a lesson. That was a lesson learned, that, if you have something good, keep it. Because trust me, the streets is not what you want. There's nothing out there. Gents, trust me, if you get peer pressured by your mates that say, oh, I've got this girl, I've got that girl, I've got that one on speed dial, that one comes when I call her, trust me, that person is not happy. That person is not happy. They're happy for those few seconds, and that's why they always want the next person to come and fill up their cup, because they can't fill up their own cup, which is so sad. So don't follow in those directions, especially for the gents. Don't follow on those directions. It's nothing good. It has no happy ending. It has no happy ending. You're just gonna do the same thing over and over again. It's like wanting drugs and living off drugs because you cannot make yourself happy. You cannot get happiness from yourself, so you always want the next, dosage, so you can something that you smoke so you can get high again, or something so you can, feel good. You don't need that, guys. The same high that you get when you smoke your weed, when you take your psychedelics and stuff. If you know that this is my point of view from this, right? Because I've been in that space. I do take psychedelics now and then. I do take shrooms. I would take shrooms, acid, but in a year you could say 3 times. Okay, and one thing I've noticed, especially the space that I don't take it, is you actually still feel you can actually still get that sense of happiness and joy right here. Right here. Right here. You're rich with everything you need. You're rich with everything you need. If you don't notice it, then whatever materialistic things that you try to get and maintain, it's not gonna make you happy. The biggest house, nice big cars, all of it, it's not gonna make you happy if you're not happy with yourself. If you wake up and you're not happy inside here, you can lie to the rest of the world, you can put on a face and lie to everybody, but you won't lie to yourself. The richest people are the ones that find heaven on earth. And I don't mean materialistic things, I mean the ones that can get to appreciate it. The ones that get to appreciate life for what it is. Life for the changes, because life is always changing. As we're talking, things are changing. Information is changing. Things are always changing every single time. So if you just be with awareness, and there's another analogy I like to go by is, it's not mine, but I think it's Bruce Lee. It says, be like water. I don't know if it's Jet Li or Bruce Lee, I'm not sure, but it's like, be like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a jug, it becomes a jug. Whatever you put water into, it becomes that. If we can move like that, trust me how free you will feel. How bliss you will feel so amazing, super amazing, if you can just live off that motto. Just live off that. Be like water. Seasons change, it's okay. It's hot, it's okay. It's all good, it's great. You find happiness in that heat. It's raining, you find happiness in the rain. It's cold, you find happiness in that cold. Whatever seasons you're going through, there is joy. There is joy. There's a good side of it. It's the same thing. You took an L. You didn't fail. You learned. You choose to see how you choose to pick how you see it. It's up to you to see that, okay, this is how I want to pick. This is how I want to see what just happened. It's up to you. Something happens to everyone right here. We're sitting all together, and probably a glass that our mother bought for us breaks, and one is like, oh man, oh no, oh, it's sentimental, how can this happen, oh no, and probably your sister, your brother is just like, guess it was time for it to break, you know. And because they're so relaxed, who knows, they probably find a message in the bottle, and they're like, wait, looks like mom left us something here. It has a message that's actually more sentimental, more valuable than the glass. But it only took you guys to break the glass to find that out. So you find great things that come out of all the darkness and the hard times. It's only building you. It's making you for the next part of your journey, for the next side of your journey. So you're here. If you're here right now and you want to get to this part of your life, there's someone else that you have to become. There's a person that you have to become for you to get to this part. And for you to become that person, it doesn't just need you. Yes, it needs you to also do the work, but guess what? Nature and life is also going to support you. It's not just going to support you with what you want. Oh, this is what I want. Oh, you open your hands and it comes there. No, it's going to support you with the kind of lessons that can make you become a better person, so that you can get that. So that you can get that and you can keep that and you can stay in that position. I'll make another example. It still goes back to the same story we're talking about here. So I'll just continue with that. Fast forward, I think a year or two after lockdown, right? Okay, I moved out of home. I think it was a year after I moved out of home. I moved out with the girlfriend I was dating at the time. We stayed together for was it 9 months or so? Yeah, a couple of months, and we broke up. Guess why we broke up again? I didn't learn my lesson. I did the same thing again. I broke up with her because I wanted to be busy. with the girls outside, with the, all the bitches. I wanted to have all the honeys all around me. That's why we broke up. Okay. We break up, and I'm back out in the streets. Getting the girls in my house and stuff. I got this nice big house. I got the balcony. I got the pool. I got, I'm getting the girls. It's all nice, fun day. But guess what? It was fun when my friends were around to see it. It was fun when I got another girl in my sheets. But when I was alone, quiet, peace. When I was alone, I didn't feel peaceful. I didn't feel at peace. Why? Because I was not living for myself. I was not living to make myself happy. I was not living at my full potential. I was not living according to my purpose. I was living to show people. I was living with the makeup. I was putting on a face that's not mine. Just so I could, sometimes you don't think you're doing it for people. You think you're doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for people. Because you get so excited when they compliment you. And you want some more people to come around so they can compliment you. This happens to a lot of us. Because you're not aware. Yes, you're not that type of person. I agree. You'll be like, no, I'm not that type of person that really does things for people. I do things for myself. That's why I did this. I got that by myself. But if you go to the deep fact, why did you even get that? Or you got that because you saw Mang who has it, or someone who spoke about it that says that is valuable. But that's not valuable to you. That's valuable to someone that you saw on your TV that said it's valuable, so you got it. But you didn't get it for yourself. You didn't get it because it's going to help you. It's going to make you feel good. You got it because, it works out in the world. It works out with other people. So I think I gotta get it. So this is something that I was doing at this point in my life, at that point in my life that I was in. And I slowly started to lose everything. To the point that I almost lost myself. I almost lost myself in the process as well. There was times now as I started to I was taking drugs, and not a lot of people know about this. This is something now I'm sharing with, but not a lot of people know. But I'm open to share that I was in that kind of space. Lost a lot of weight. There was a time I was really extremely high. I think twice I tried to kill myself. And the second time, I'm really glad my best friend was there to stop me, because that would have just been, I don't know, that would have just been a waste. That would have just been a waste of this life, this breath that I'm taking right now. That would have just been a waste of all of it. So I'm glad of where I came from that side, but let's move back to where we were till this day. So in all of this mix, I moved from one place to another, getting a cheaper place. I think I can still afford this place. I gotta get another cheaper place. I think I still can afford this place. I gotta get another cheaper place. I moved like 4 times because it's like, damn. I was trying to keep the lifestyle that I started, but I couldn't because I was losing myself. And I ended up losing everything. And I was trying to keep it. I was trying to hold on to it. I was trying to stick to it. I was trying to hold on to it. But slowly, guess what? I took the L. But guess that L was not a failure. Like I said, guys, the L is very powerful. And I took that L so that I could become the person that I am today. And this even makes me want to get into tears, because it's just so amazing how life will take everything from you, and you feel like, why is this happening to me? Why me? Why me? Why does it have to be me? Why does life have to be like this? You get all worked up, all sad and all this, but it's only happening to make you a better person, to make you an amazing person tomorrow. So And all of this mix, you know, I'm in the studio. I'm at places that make me feel better and much happier and stuff. You know, I'm starting to find inner peace. I'm starting to find inner happiness. Not because I want to, but because now I've lost everything. I ain't got the girls. I ain't got the baddies no more. Who wants to be around someone who's a loser? Who wants to be around someone that cannot afford to get this, cannot do this, can't do that? So I was slowly losing it all, you know, until I got to a point where I was like, you know what? Let's let it go, you know. Then when I moved from the last place I stayed and I moved to stay with my friend for a bit at the time, my mom was like, give away everything you have. Like, let it go. Your fridge, everything that you. That was the last that I had, by the way. That was the last of it. My fridge, my bed, everything. And when she said that, I felt like I was also dropping a baggage that I didn't have to carry. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's time for a new change. It's time for a new change. I let go of everything. Every single thing. And I was not worried for the first time. I was not worried about how am I going to start again. But I knew I was going to get everything back. Not even back. I knew I was going to get better. I just knew in my head that I'm going to get better. I don't know how. I don't know when. But I just knew it's going to happen. Went and stayed with my friend for a couple of times, for a couple of months. Started working on myself. And this, guys, working on yourself is the greatest investment you could ever do. You know, this saying is so powerful, and I feel like it's underrated. As powerful as it is, I feel like it's underrated. You know, if a lot of more people can just know how powerful this is. This is not even an advert that shows on TV. I don't know why, because this is the most, it's free. It's free to start working on yourself. It's all free. You can come out and sit down and breathe. It's free to breathe. It's free to be happy. It's free. No one promotes this. It's so free. It's free. It's free. It has no charges. It doesn't charge even a cent for you to have your extreme happiness. But guess what? It's the most valuable asset. I guess it's so expensive that it doesn't have a price, right? It doesn't have a price. And it's so hard to do that. It's so easy to do. It's so simple to do. But do people do it? No. Do people do it? No. Not a lot of us do it. And it's so easy. So when I started working on myself, then 2024 kicked in and things started to pick up. And just before 2024 kicked in, I made certain promises to myself that I made sure that I remind myself and I'm aware of every day. And we're about to close up, so I'll just get into my points before we close up. So the first thing was, last year my motto was, it was to live here, to live in my mindset, to be aware of everything with my mindset. And I still practice that today, so I don't stop. So once I live with a motto for a year, I take it with me onto the next year and onto the next year for the rest of my life. When I take something and I grasp it and I just put it here and I channel it, I keep it. And I remind myself of it and I make sure I'm aware of it. Very important. Alright? Doesn't mean that you've learned it, you've got it, now you just, okay, I got it, yeah, alright. No, you've got to practice it, build the muscle on that certain topic and subject. Then 2024 came, and 2024, my motive was face your fears. Face your fears. And that's the reason why I'm also doing this video. Me doing this videos was also a part of me facing my fears. I used to do content and I was so afraid that people are not gonna like what I do. People are gonna judge what I do. When I did release a couple of videos, yeah, people did like them. It didn't really go as much as I wanted it to go at the time, so I didn't do it as much. Guess what? I was seeking for people's validation. instead of seeking for my own joy, my own happiness. So today, as I make this video, you might watch this video to the end. You might not watch this video to the end. Well, guess what? If it helps you in any way, if the first part, second part, third part helps you in any way, I'm glad. If it didn't, I'm still glad. But guess what? It also helps me. And that's the most important thing. Do something that you know that is going to help people and benefit people, but don't forget yourself. Don't forget yourself. Make sure that you show yourself self-love. If you are gifted in a certain way, don't be greedy and hold it to yourself. Show it out to the world, give it out to the world, because we need the best part of you. We need the best part of you. And guess what? When you do the best part of you, it lights up yourself. It helps you grow. It helps you grow. So you got to do it for yourself as much as you're going to do it for others. Do it for yourself as much as you're going to do it for others. As much as I'm putting this video out today, tomorrow I'm going to play this video for myself, and it's going to help me to remind myself to be aware of the things that I told myself that I need to do. It's going to help me be aware of the things that I want to program in myself so that I can know that I can keep on moving with. Making sure that I'm always aware. Making sure I'm facing my fears. Making sure I'm becoming a better version of myself. So these things are very important. You know, whatever motive you go with in life, you've got a part of God, and that means that you are a creator, and you can create anything that you think about. So don't limit yourself and feel like whatever they tell you on your TV, whatever your parents told you, that's it for you. It's not. You can become far much better, far much greater than a lot of people that walked in this earth and are gone today, and we're still saying their names. You can become far much greater. Because why? You're still here. Because why? You can learn from them. So never limit yourself. Just know that you are destined for greatness. You're still breathing. That means there's a lot out here for you that you can share with. You're gonna share with us. But it all starts from you. It comes in and it goes out. In and it goes out. Say the best way to change the world is how? Start by changing yourself. Work on yourself. Instead of complaining about the government, instead of complaining about that, instead of complaining about this and that, why not look at yourself and start working on your flaws? Start working on your mistakes. I'm not perfect. This video is not perfect, and I'm glad it's not, because I want you all to see that in all that mess, that's what's perfect. When it's not perfect, that's what makes a beautiful picture. That's what makes a perfect picture. I hope you guys loved this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to subscribe. If there's any more content you guys want to see like this, please let me know. Please leave a comment as well. Bless, namaste, and have a blessed day. Thank you guys for watching. Cheers.